are 3 candidates competing for your vote for 2 spots on the Burlington Select Board: incumbent Joe Morandi and challengers Sarah Colley and Bradford Bond. Due to a death in the family, Joe Morandi was not able to join us for the debate. And a brief disclaimer, candidate Brad Bond is a member of the BCAT board. Board members don't have any special access or information and do not receive any special treatment. Sarah Colley, a town meeting member who's most known for her opposition to the Windview Heights 2 housing development, introduced herself as an experienced newcomer with a fresh perspective.
The combination of my professional experience in both the private and public sectors, my experience on town meeting and advocating for residents when they felt they hadn't been heard, as well as my personal lived experience as a woman and mom, brings a different and important point of view to the Select Board.
Brad Bond, on the other hand, highlighted his years in town government as a selling point to guide the town through financial hurdles.
Some financial challenges. Now, a reporter in town has referred to me as a veteran of town government. I suppose that's correct. I've been a member of town meeting and Ways and Means for 18 years now. On Ways and Means, I served as chair as we were coming out of the economic troubles of 2008, and I'm still proud to say that we kept the tax rate low and yet maintained services and avoided any layoffs.
The debate covered topics like housing and economic development, but paid special attention to Burlington's upcoming capital projects: the police station, the Fox Hill Elementary School, and the high school. Colley said she believes the town could finance the police station with existing funds, but supported a debt exclusion for the high school.
The quality of our schools is important to the town as a whole, but the specific building, serves a small constituency of the town. So I think it's the residents have a right to have a say in that. It is unfortunate that we're in this position with all of these buildings all at once. So much work. Yep. I have to question the lack of foresight of those in charge of the budget, like Ways and Means, for not calling attention to the declining revenues and potential bottleneck years ago and pushing for action or a clear plan sooner. But now we're here, and swift action is not only warranted but necessary.
Brad Bond said he also supported the police station and had been convinced that the Fox Hill project was a need and not a want.
There are a lot of people who want to do different things with debt exclusions and such, either to stop the project or move the project along. And I will take a stand that I want to see both projects, as much as I'm gnashing my teeth at the bump in the tax rate. But that bump will be there whether we go debt exclusion or not.
Once again, incumbent Joe Morandi is also running, but was not able to attend the debate. Let's move along to the moderator debate. Here, 7-year incumbent Bill Byer is facing opposition from town meeting member Adam Sinesi. Byer introduced himself as a seasoned leader with the right expertise for the job, while Sinesi said he represented a needed change from the status quo.
I have a deep understanding of the moderator's role and its effect on the operation of town meeting process. I work to get town meeting the information and committee recommendations it needs to make decisions. My job is simply to make government work.
I'm running for this role because I believe we need a change of direction as moderator. I think that we need to bring back inclusivity to our town government and encourage everyone that's on town meeting to get involved in the committee level.
The contrast between experience and change was highlighted at the end of the debate when candidates asked questions of one another.
If someone makes a motion to reconsider an article, a warrant article,
okay,
how would you deal with it?
So in that instance, you would, if it's already been voted on and it's on the warrant, you can't vote on it again unless it appears on the warrant. It would have to go to a new warrant.
That's not correct, I'm afraid.
Okay, can you tell us what the answer is?
Someone can make a motion to reconsider an article, and it comes up at the end of town meeting. And there is going to be a vote at town meeting, and if 2/3 of the people decide they wish to reconsider it, they can vote it again.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll admit that there's going to be a learning curve to this, but I'm reading what Robert's rules. I'm planning to take the Mass Municipal Association's course on moderator. I've read the bylaws. I know that you've had some trouble following some of the bylaws on appointments. So, I mean, there's a learning curve for all. He said 7 years. I'll get it figured out between April and May.
But Sinesi positioned himself as a newcomer with fresh ideas.
Another thing that I'd like to do is once a year when we have a new freshman class of town meeting members, I'd like to get them all together and sort of act as a mentor for them, give them the opportunity to get to know who I am. I'd get the opportunity to know who they are, what their professional background is, and what they're interested in, what motivated them to get involved, so we can use them to the town's greatest benefit. The idea is if we create a richer and more fulfilling experience for our town meeting members, we're going to get more out of them, and so will the town.
And lastly this week, I spoke with Eileen Sickler. She's one of 2 candidates for a 3-year position on the Housing Authority here in town. Her opponent, incumbent Wally DeCoste, declined our invitation to participate. Here's Sickler.
I guess I'd just like to say that this is a good time for housing because of the push both in state and federal. There are a lot of funds out there to be had, especially with Governor Healy's, I think it's called the Affordable Homes Act, that happened last fall, well over $150 million specifically targeted to public housing. So there's that opportunity. What else? I know there's something else. So there's the money, and I just think that now's the time for a change to get some energy in there and bring some fresh ideas.
The full conversations with the candidates are available on our website, bcattv.org, and look for the Election Center 2024. BNEWS has one more debate on the books on Monday, March 18th. Candidates Martha Simon and Megan Nowicik will join us to talk about their visions for Burlington School Committee, so be sure to stay tuned. For BNEWS, I'm Sydney Bowles.